All right, everyone. You've decided that Boston, Massachusetts is the new landing place for you, your family, well, honestly, whoever's coming. And I'm here to give you the real deal on exactly what it's like to live either in the city or its amazing surrounding areas. But for this video, what we're going to talk about is some of Boston's new construction luxury condos. And when I say new construction, if it wasn't built in 2020 or is not still under construction, we aren't talking about them in this video. So this is all about new construction luxury condos right here in my fair city, Boston, Massachusetts. So if you're relocating to Boston, basically, what's up, everybody? This is Joe with the Turco Group right here in Boston, Massachusetts. If this is your first time to this channel and you want to know everything about working, eating, sleeping, playing, living, and just what it's like to be a green teamer, make sure you tap that subscribe button, click the little bell so that you get notified every time we do a new video. Honestly, we get so many phone calls, text, emails, and my favorite comments about relocating here from people. And honestly, it's my favorite part of the day. So if you're thinking about moving anywhere in the area, relocating or coming here to stay, make sure you give us a call, shoot us a text, send us, an email, or even send Paul Revere. Days, nights, weekends, however you want to get a hold of us, we've got your back when moving to Boston, Massachusetts. So let's dig into this video all about new construction in Boston for luxury condos. I can't wait. This is one of my favorite things. Let's go. Okay, so you're thinking about moving here and you are looking for a luxury condo and you want something that's new construction. Now, we're not talking about luxury in the sense of like, oh, hey, just some real estate agent out there decided they wanted to slap that name on something to try and make it sell faster or for more money. We're not talking about that kind of stuff. So if that's the video you're looking for, get out of here. This is real deal. If you're looking for new construction, luxury, and I mean top of the top line, either a rental or purchase, that's what we're going over. I mean, we're talking about a lot of different communities that are either still under construction here in Boston or are just recently or quote unquote new construction as of at the very latest 2020. So we're talking about anything that's either in process of being built right now or has been completed as of 2020. Now, when we're thinking about different properties like this, where are we talking about? We're talking about like 100 Shawmill. We're talking about, the Seaport, which is booming with new construction and luxury properties, especially condos. So we're talking about places like Echelon. We're talking about 50 Liberty. We're talking about 22 Liberty at Fan Pier. You've probably seen the pictures that everybody takes of the chain links. Well, these two properties overlook that and are just simply gorgeous. We're talking about the new rental apartments on Inkblock. So, you're looking at places like 7 Inkblock, and that's where, you're going to be seeing a lot of these different things. You're talking about, Raffles Boston, which is, hands down, ultra luxury. So we're talking millions upon millions of dollars if you're looking to purchase there, and not just a couple, but many. So be prepared. And then we also have places like East Boston that's developing some luxury condos. And like we have the Ebo condos. So it's where we have a lot of different options that have sprung up as of recent in Boston. And that's what we want to kind of focus on today. So let's get right into it. What is the process of buying one of these new construction luxury condos here in Boston? And it's actually pretty simple for the most part. If they're already complete, it's where you reach out to me or anyone on the Turco group and we can set up a showing and a meeting, and it's like a normal real estate transaction. But for the ones that are in progress, it's where it's a little bit more involved. It's where what we're going to be doing is facilitating you to be able to go and meet with the development team, meet with the people that are going to show you what the options are, what the different upgrades are, what the timeline is going to look like, because each of these different buildings comes in phases of availability. You're not always going to be able to have the pick of the entire building because, again, it's under construction and it takes some time for everything to go through and to be done. So when we're looking at things, we want to know, how long is that escrow process going to be? How long is it going to take to be built? What are some of the things that you need to know about this area? The big thing is, one, obviously getting with us so that we can help you with that. And then two, knowing that we tend to have a fairly short amount of time that they're released to the public in advance. So you might only have a 6 to 9 month escrow process if it's not yet constructed. Now, granted, if it's where it's already done and you are talking with some of the different lenders, and again, this is not financial advice, this is just common knowledge, there are institutions out there that can close a loan in as little as 21 business days. So we have the opportunities to help get you set up in the process for many different things. But let's take a look at some more. So one of the first questions that we usually get when we're looking at some of these luxury properties and that are new builds or new construction is, hey, can I have custom options? Is there things that I can do that are going to make the unit unique to me? And the short answer to that is sometimes. Depending on where the developer is in the process of construction and the planning, there are typically a couple different options or packages or things that you can do. But in other regards, if you want something that's kind of crazy or out there, it is a condo. It is a building in Boston, Massachusetts. We are restricted by some of the different guidelines that have to be followed. So you can't always say, hey, I want a 20-foot balcony off of this 30th story condo. It doesn't work. So that being said, things like cabinetry, things like countertops, paints, and sometimes, and this is a big sometimes, the layout can be adapted. So it's where it's dependent on the specific luxury building and the specific builder. Now, to be fair, in most cases, they will not allow for drastic changes. It's just not something that's done. All right, so let's get to the meat of, part of my favorite part of it, and that's talking about some of the different specific communities that we have. And one of my just standout favorite areas right now is Boston Seaport. And, the first building that I love is 22 Liberty on Fan Pier. You've seen the pictures, you've seen all of the great views, all of just the amazing little restaurants that are nearby that you can walk to. You've heard of the ICA. It is one of the just prime locations in all of Boston if you are looking for something that is just luxurious. It's right in the middle of everything and has basically every amenity that you could ever think of. And it's really close to some of the other properties that are kind of in this grouping of new construction luxury condos. So you have like the St. Regis, you have 50 Liberty, which is literally right next door. And then you also have the residences at Pier 4, where it's, ultra luxury developments built directly on the harbor in, the Seaport. And that's the thing, this building, 22 Liberty, it features 109 units. And we're talking units that start at a studio for the price of, at the time of this recording, about $850,000, all the way up to 3 bedrooms, which, again, at the time of this recording, are going for between 4.5 and 6 million. So it's where you want to know kind of exactly what you're looking for. But here's the thing. You are getting so much more with these properties because, you're also getting a sports club. You're getting outdoor common spaces, and you're getting the most breathtaking views of Boston right from the seaport. I mean, it is just phenomenal. Like, I love it. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm totally like fanboying about it right now because it's one of my favorite properties. And again, 22 Liberty is just what I think is probably perfect. And I mean, it's so close to the financial district and it has floor to ceiling windows throughout most all of the entire building. I mean, you're not going to find units like this. I mean, they have wide plank, dark hardwood floors, they have high ceilings, they have, just walls of windows. I mean, everything's state of the art for the kitchens. And, again, it's all newer construction. It's everything is basically brand new. So it's one of my favorite parts of the community. It is hands down one that I would suggest checking out. And at the end of the day, no two, it's surrounded by some of Boston's trendiest restaurants right now. And we're talking the nice high-end ones. So you can walk to the financial district, or you could head over to Quincy Market. Or, I mean, if you really want, on the same, just basically block, you have Strega on the waterfront, you got Ocean Prime, you have Legal Seafood right down. It's phenomenal. Definitely one to check out. 22 Liberty. Okay, so one of my second favorite, and this is close, guys, because like I love them both, but the next one, you gotta check out the St. Regis Residences. It's right at 150 Seaport Boulevard. It's right in the Seaport district. Again, it's right down the street from 22 and 50 Liberty, like I was talking about previously. And it promises to be one of the most luxurious, full service residential developments that you've ever seen, not just in Boston, but in the country. I mean, this has just everything that you've ever thought of. And it's right there. It's on the water. It's got a swimming pool. It's got a spa. It's 114 different condos, 22 floors, and it has units ranging, again, time of this recording, a one bedroom starting at 1.7 million, all the way up to three bedrooms at $7 million. So you're getting all of these luxury views, you're getting all of these luxury amenities, you're surrounded by ultra luxury retail and high-end restaurants. I mean, you have Ocean Prime, you have Rosa Mexicano, you have Del Frisco Steakhouse. Okay, it's one of my favorite. I love Del Frisco's. I love sitting on their balcony and just watching the sunset with my wife while we have a great steak dinner. I mean, that's just me. Maybe I'm old school, but like you can't beat it. And here's the thing, it has, just as of this timing right now in 22, been completed. That's right, in 2022, it's just done being built. So you would be one of the first owners of this property. So if you're thinking about it, you have to shoot us a message, send us, an email, shoot me a text, drop a comment below, because we've helped a couple people start getting these properties under agreement, and they're not going to last forever. Yes, they're luxury. Yes, they're ultra luxury, but remember that means there's a limited amount. So time can be of the essence. So you don't want to wait. You don't want to sleep on this. And I'm telling you, when you see the views of St. Regis, you are going to just absolutely melt inside. It is like phenomenal. Like, this is stuff that I can't even like describe. I'm starting to like stutter and get like all hot and sweaty and just like, oh my God, just thinking about it. I mean, who gets that way over real estate? I mean, not me, not that often, but for these properties, I absolutely do. Okay, so I know that everybody's kind of heard like, all right, yeah, these are these great luxury properties, but I don't want to be in my luxury property and have somebody Airbnb-ing it. I don't want somebody running a business and renting out when I've spent millions of dollars on this property. I value my privacy, I value my time, and I value, things just being of a certain expectation. Well, the big question we get is, hey, can investors come and buy these units and make it where it's less desirable for me to live? And the answer is it varies, but in most cases, no. And remember, we have very strict Airbnb regulations here in Boston, so it's something to look at. But in terms of are investors coming in and scooping these up and setting up shop? The answer is no. Are there some people that do long-term rentals? Yes. So I know a couple people that I'm friends with that are renting at 50 Liberty and 22 Liberty, but they're on 2 and 3 year leases. They are permanent style residents of people that had previously lived in the unit and then moved out or allowed someone else to rent. But in terms of corporations coming in or things like that, it's not something that you're really seeing at these properties. So that's something that, rest assured, you don't have to worry about. All right, guys. So that is just a brief snippet of the different communities that we have. If you're interested in some of the other ones, drop a comment below. I'm happy to send you more information on, probably the 20 different new construction condos that are going on, all luxury, all high end. All of them are either being built now, near completion, or just recently completed and are brand new. I didn't have all of the opportunity to do a video about every single building, but maybe in the future. If you comment one that you love, I'll tell you what, I promise, if you comment a building that you love that you see, I will make a video about it. Remember, if you're looking to potentially relocate here, move here, or have interest in one of these new construction luxury condos, the best thing to do is to reach out. Those are all things that we can help you with privately, and those are the messages that I love getting. So shoot us a text, give us a call, send us an email, drop a comment below. However you prefer to reach out, we're happy to help, and we've got your back when moving to Boston, Massachusetts.